this video will help guide you through entering your F&P benchmark data information for your students into SOARS. You'll first want to gather your materials, and the things that I might encourage you to gather would be perhaps if you filled out an assessment summary form on your students. Cindy did, and it's been really nice to just have all the data for the most part right in front of me in this location. If not, no worries. You'll also want to gather your specific testing on all of your students. And then finally, you might want to have the benchmark goals, which you can find on our teacher website under the reading content tab. It's on that main page, or you have a paper copy that I gave you in your purple folder from the beginning of the year. So we're going to start by logging into SOARS. And then we will go to Student Need, enter assessment scores, benchmark. From here, you will need to do the various filters. And I'm going to go ahead and use Cindy's class as I have her information. She's selected. Please select homeroom. And then the last filter option is which assessment. We are going to be entering the Bass 3rd edition. And so there's two choices here, a K2 or 3.8. So for 4th grade, I'll select the 3.8, and then I want to enter scores. You can see here that I have already entered some as it says tested and under this test status because I was practicing. So I'm going to go ahead and show you how to do this. I'm going to use Abby as my example. So I want to edit her information. So it takes me to Abby's page. It will automatically filter the tested status for us. We're going to start with test date, which for Abby is August 23rd. And then the next filter is the benchmark level. For this, it's best to just think, where are they with grade level text? So I have to, using my benchmark goals, for 4th grade, for the beginning of the year, to be proficient, they need to be reading an O to P. Here's what I know about Abby's data. Looking at Cindy's sheet, Abby tested at a level O independent and a level P a level P hard. And so I'm going to go ahead, what I know about on grade level text is that P, she's independent O, so she is instructional with grade level text at a P. And so my next option here then is I want to provide information around the highest level that a student was instructional at. Now Abby is an interesting case because technically she didn't test at an instructional level. She was one of those kiddos who tested at a hard P, a hard Q, and then an independent O. And so I'm going to take the test where instructionally will provide me the most data to guide her. And so that will be a level P. She read genre nonfiction. Her accuracy was a 95. And you notice I typed it. You can use the scroll down as well. The self-corrections is optional. The system doesn't have to have you enter that. That's some information that she had available, so I'm going to go ahead and enter that for her. Words per minute is required. She was 80 words per minute. Now, I need to go right into her information, into her test for that level P. So I'm going to go to the comprehension section, and this is specifically asking me about the comprehension within. So I'm going to check her total. She scored a 2. Then it says comprehension about. Notice though in the recording form, the next section is technically the beyond the text. So do make sure that you notice this. You're going to enter the about the text information just kind of out of order. She scored a 0 there, and then beyond she was a 1. And there I can type that in as well. And then the last two are highest instructional level. And for Abby, that would be a P. And then her highest independent level, she was at an O. After I enter that information, I'm going to hit save. And then I will know in a second. At the top it says save was successful, and then I can go ahead and enter in additional scores. Please let me know if you have any questions. I think the trickiest thing is that benchmark level, and I think the best way to think about that is where are they at grade level proficiency for the beginning of the year given the levels on the benchmark goals chart. I'm finding out a date as to when these need to be entered, and I will let you know as soon as I know. And please, again, feel free to ask me any questions if you have them. Thanks.